Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Degrassi podcast. Tonight we saw Building a Mystery, which is the mid season premiere. I have to say, I wasn't overly impressed tonight with the episode. I did like Becky and Adam, getting together, and we still have a long way to go with them, but tonight just felt like not necessarily a premiere type episode, and an hour would have been better because we didn't have a whole lot of new material tonight. Becky and Adam, they got together, yes, but it wasn't anything overly exciting. It was predictable and whatnot. The stuff with Eli and Jake, I did like the pairing of them, and they're doing marijuana. It was funny. I do like them together, and I hope we get to see some more scenes with them. But the whole thing with Eli, making a movie and just that whole thing, it feels like they're repeating the same storyline over and over. They're changing certain elements of it, but Eli's always kind of involved in these very similar things, and it wasn't attention grabbing to me. And even the Bianca and Drew stuff, I'm a huge fan of Bianca, and even that just felt, we knew Audra was going to, not be supportive, or at least not completely supportive. And, that whole thing, everything in this episode, I just felt like, they were furthering explaining things. It was almost like a recap episode, for the most part, besides a few things. I think it could have been, condensed into like part one and next week's part two, add it all together and make one episode out of it. I think, there's a lot more that we want to see. And, from the promo, a lot of stuff with Allie and, stuff with just all the different characters. And I think that, these ones, it's almost like, maybe this episode should have even aired in the summer, put some of these plots there. It just kind of felt a bit lackluster, for a premiere. And definitely, after the summer episodes, which, many people loved and, praised, and, for the most part was a great collection of episodes, I think they came back on sort of a weak note. Um, I think it was a bit weak, and, I do have hope for the future episodes. We're only one episode in right now, and, like I said, the promos and the previews definitely look interesting. And like I said, a lot of these plots, like with Becky and Adam, it's an interesting plot, but I just felt like it didn't really go anywhere tonight. But I am excited for when her parents, if they ever find out, Adam's secret. And of course, I guess when Claire finds out Eli is smoking, marijuana, how's she going to react to that? And then Bianca and Drew, their actual wedding, will they end up going through with it? So the conclusions of these storylines I'm certainly interested in, but I don't think there was a lot of new ground this episode. All right. So, brief podcast, not a whole lot to talk about. It's good that new episodes are airing, though. It's great to be doing podcasts, and hopefully, throughout the rest of the fall episodes, there will be, a lot more to talk about. Thanks for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave some comments on the YouTube page. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Am I wrong? Was it a really good episode? Or am I right? Was it sort of lackluster? Let me know.